Hi, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas. I'm trying something new today. We are focusing this direction for now while I do show and tell, and then I will flip the camera around while we create our card. My first show and tell I want to show you today is some gorgeous random act of kindness card, a rack card that came from Texas. And so here it is. This beautiful card came all the way from Texas. I just love getting happy mail. This week I have more show and tell from that I received in my mailbox from people I know. So it was my husband's birthday this week, and I have a few of his birthday cards to show you. Here is the one I made. Used a little of the Fiesta Birthday Designer Series paper. That is retiring, so if you love it, this is what it looks like. You better hurry up and get some. And I have the cards my kids made for their dad. There is this beautiful one with the tree on the front. I believe that's sheltering branches. And there's a little of the hostess set stamp of the camera on the inside. And then I have this great card with the deer antlers everywhere. This is from the Bookcase Builder stamp set. And finally, my mom made him a gorgeous card with a dog on the front. Dogs are a pretty big, important part of our lives. I don't know if you'll actually get to see my youngest little dog running everywhere. I call her little, but she's like 50, 60 pounds. And then I got some other gorgeous cards from my mom this week. Here is my beautiful mother's card that came in the mail today. You can see, I don't know if you could see the gorgeous gold glimmering on it. It's beautiful. And in fact, we are going to be using the same stamp color, I think, today in our card. And then I got a card from my upline. Congratulations on promoting to silver. So here it is. Here's my beautiful card with probably one of my very favorite stamp sets. A little bit sad to see that one go. And finally, I got a thank you card from my mom that we actually created at one of my card classes. It was a little bit fun to get that back in the mail. And we are also going to be using this glimmer paper again today while we make a card. So I am going to go ahead and flip you around. Try to get you set up so we can create a card together. Okay, it might take me a minute because what I see is not exactly what you see. It's delayed by a few seconds. Get the camera set up. This is the card we are going to be making today. We are using the Balloon Adventure set this month, and I thought this card was perfect because it's not only appropriate for a birthday, but for any kind of celebration you might have coming up. And I know there are things like graduations and teacher retirement parties and all kinds of things like that. You could actually even give this to your teacher for the last day of school. It does say the best is yet to come, and let's celebrate, party on. You could give it to your friends, you could give it to any teachers you know, because I guarantee they will be partying on because of summer as well. So let's get started. Put this aside. Well, I don't want to put it too far because I want to look at it. First thing we are going to do is I have a very vanilla card front. It is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and we are just going to create some art on the front. I am going to get the balloon stamp out that is the solid balloon shape, and I'm going to grab my card, my stamp block, and then these I think are the 2 inks that I use for this. There is Rich Raspberry and Bermuda Bay, and I think I used the Bermuda Bay first the first time through, but I don't remember it. It doesn't really matter. The greatest thing about this card is that you can just stamp it as much as you want, as many times as you want. I am going to try to... Oh, look at that. I think I got a shimmery white piece of cardstock. Yep, so I'm going to go grab a very vanilla. That's the bonus of having my new paper organizer. My colors are exactly where they are. It's just, or supposed to be. It's just that shimmery white got put in the wrong place. That's the operator malfunction. So we're going to stamp. Going to try to be stamping diagonally in 3 different rows. And I use the eyeball method, which is Brian King, I believe that's who I heard to say. He said that's when you use your eyeballs to decide where things fit. I just rigged this, but I'm not thinking, well, I might just stamp it there like it's flying off the edge. Let me grab my scrubber and my Stampin' Mist. And I will get the blue cleaned off and ready to go for the Rich Raspberry. Better close that ink pad before something horrible happens, which it will. I will put something in it that shouldn't be there. I do it every time. Okay. Make sure the entire thing is inked. And I will just start putting some of my rich raspberry. And I think one more down here. Oh, the whole thing didn't get inked. Alright. So I will close this up for now. Clean off my balloon stamp. And I'm going to grab my glimmer paper. I have Bermuda Bay and mint macaron. These were celebration items. You can use whatever colors you want for this card. Whatever colors of glimmer paper you might have. I'm just going to go ahead and punch a few out, and then we'll see what I decide to do with them. Alright. I think that's probably good for those. And I can see that I stamped a couple balloons on this mint macaron paper. I think I'll go ahead and do that. Then we'll punch them out and have some more optional balloons to put on. This is your art piece that you're creating. So however you want to do that, add as many balloons, as few balloons. This is your party that you're making this card for. There's one with the dots. And I'll get it cleaned up, put away, and look for the one with the stripes. I know there have been some discussions in some of our demonstrator training groups about whether we are messy or clean. Well, I think all crafters are a bit messy to some extent, but I know that with me, I have to try to keep things semi-clean as I go along, or I'm totally gonna forget about it. And I'm going to have all of these ink pads just laying around wide open, drying out. And I'm going to have all these stamps just laying around who knows where. And I'm never going to be able to find anything again. And so for me, I have to kind of clean as I go in order to have any form of sanity. And then I will be stamping this banner. And I'm going to stamp it right on the macaron paper. Because I'm going to fussy cut it here in a minute. I have a lot of other inks out right now. I just gave that speech about cleaning up as I go. But I've been working on some paper pumpkin stuff. And part of that cleaning up as I go, it's all down here in this paper pumpkin box. But I got out the ink pads that go with April's kit. And speaking of paper pumpkin, there is a great special happening right now for all new subscribers. Your first 3 months are 25% off if you subscribe sometime between today, May 11th, and June 10th. Alright, what am I looking for? The best is yet to come. I'm going to do that one in Rich Raspberry directly on top of this banner. So we'll hope that it works. Yes. Have to love it when a plan comes together. I'm going to close the ink pads again for just a minute while I finish putting. You know what? Before I punch these things out, I will go ahead and put the other sentiments on there while it's still flat. I don't have to work around any of the other balloons. Gonna want to party on. And let's celebrate. Okay, we'll do let's celebrate in the Bermuda Bay. And while I'm stamping, I might as well just go ahead and stamp the inside of the card while my ink pads are out. So there is let's celebrate. And then we will have Party On in the Rich Raspberry. Although now when I see that, I'm trying to figure out where my Party On stamp went. Huh. This is why I know better than to get out more than one stamp at a time. Because I appear to have lost it. Well, it'll show up one of these days, baby. I still haven't found my sprinkles that I lost in the Sprinkles of Life stamp set. So even if we don't have Party On, it's going to be fine. It'll just be a little bit different. And then this is what we put on the inside. And I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of balloons. One in the Bermuda Bay. Oh, found it. It was on the back of my stamp pad. That happens all the time. I better use it and put it away before I lose it again. Alright, party on. There we go. And I will be building that picture up here in a minute. Get my party on put away so it's there for the next card. And I will get out my balloon with stripes. And then I will probably go ahead and do some strings on these balloons. There's a couple of balloons just kind of hanging out, kissing each other. And then I'm going to use this swirly string, try to line that up. Off just a smidgen, but not terrible. And then line it up on this side. Alright, there we have the inside of the card. Now I can put my stamp pads away because I am finished with those. And clean off my stamp, then get the stamp set put away. I am done with it for today as well. Alright, now back to punching out these balloons we just created. I'm going to line it up. And punch out, and then I will be doing the same over here. I'm going to get an extra macaron balloon in the process, just because of the way this is all made. And then I will fussy cut the banner. I do have the dual banner punch, and these sayings will fit on the banners that you can punch out with that one, but the banners themselves are not the right size, so that means I get to practice my fussy cutting skills, which are not the greatest in the world. And this is so much fun for you guys to watch. If I had been on top of things, I would have had this done already, but I can't be that planned. It would be too much to be able to have that much of life planned out in advance. It's not going to happen over here. Alright. Well, now I'm going to take the macaron card base and my bone folder and just smooth that out, make it gorgeous. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and put the inside in the card. So we don't have to worry about any extra pieces laying around. Oops. There's the inside. Then I will finish the outside and we will attach it to the front. So, here we have it. I'm trying to decide if they all need dimensionals. Of course they do. Of course they need dimensionals. The only struggle is going to be if I happen to run out of dimensionals. So better get an order for dimensionals in. Definitely want to put the two that I stamped with the dots and the stripes on, and some of the glimmer balloons. That seems to be a good place. I'm using the edges of my dimensional. When you get done, you will have the edges all around. Do not throw them away. Make sure you go ahead and use them. They are perfectly great dimensionals as well. And nobody cares what they look like on the back of your balloons or whatever else it is you're putting. Okay. And I'm just pulling them apart. I'm not sure that's what would be recommended, but that's the way I'm doing it right now. Feels like there's still paper on this one. Yeah, there was. I'm just going to pop it over there. Actually, let's see if I can move it down here. And I'm going to pop the little one over there. There we go. Alright. I think I will put one more small one, probably right here. And then I will get the banner on. Sorry, my throat's a little croaky today. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about. Okay, so I put that there, and I've attached dimensionals. So I may have to move it. So we'll see what happens here in a minute. Once I get dimensionals on the back of my band. And I am gonna go ahead and get the sweater, cut it in half, put a half on each side. I have a couple extra balloons. I'll put away. Let's see if this can. Oh, I don't know if it can move without tearing too much. Well, there we have the best is yet to come. And we'll just slip it kind of under there to cover up some of the torn spots. I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and attach that other balloon right there or not. Leave a little. Yeah, generally I like to leave a little white space. But today I'm feeling like another balloon would be a good thing to put there. Alright. Let me see if I need to trim the edges of balloons off or if they're they're not hanging off too far. But I think I might just go ahead and trim that right there and the edge of the banner right there. Yeah, that to me looks a little more finished. So I will put that balloon in my drawer of embellishments, just so that I make sure I know where to find things when I'm looking for them. And get some glue on the back of here. Slide that just a little. Down, and there we have it. Our Let's Celebrate Party On celebration card. It could be for birthday, for graduation, for retirement, for any kind of amazing things someone has done in their lives. It's the end of school, or you're taking a vacation from work, anything really. So there is that, and next week we will be making another Balloon Adventures card, and we will also be doing a card from the Nailed It bundle set. I figure let's do a 2-for-1. The Nailed It bundle is retiring, and that's one of the stamps that I'm pretty sad about. So I thought we would just make a couple of cards together before it's gone. So I will see you next week.